this is Coach Carrie. Welcome to Beach to Peak Running. Today, we're going to talk about the top 5 fears of new runners. So you've decided to become a runner, and now the fear is setting in. Your number one fear might be, they're going to laugh at me. I don't look like a runner. Truthfully, what does a runner even look like? Sure, the super elite runners have super thin bodies and super fancy shoes, but otherwise, the recreational runner comes in all shapes and sizes. The recreational runner comes in every age category. I have to admit, I had the same fear when I first started. And the very first time I went to a run coaching group, I was afraid that the other runners would look at me and think, what the heck is she doing here? But the truth is, that's not how it went. Everyone was incredibly supportive. And yes, they were faster than me. Of course they were. They'd been doing it longer than I had. But no one laughed, and everyone was supportive. And other runners will be supportive of you too. Another fear that runners new to running often have is the fear that they're going to get hurt. Now, my number one advice here is to hire a coach, because there is a lot more to running than just simply lacing up and heading out the door. Speaking of that, you're going to need a good pair of running shoes. And that's one of the number one ways to assure that you don't get injured. But finding some experts to bring into your corner, that's the best way to avoid injury and have a great running experience. What will happen if I'm last? Trust me, the world won't end. In fact, in the running community, we have this saying that to come in last is better than to DNF, did not finish. And to DNF is better than to not have the courage to ever start. The great news is, even if you are last in a race, you still get the medal. And when it's time to go pick up your food after the race, no one's going to ask you where you finished. They will happily hand you a banana and possibly even a beer. If you are directionally challenged, then this may be one of your top fears, getting lost. Now, there are a couple of ways to avoid this. One, take a look at the route if you are getting ready to do a race. Almost all races will post the routes for the races that are being held. Also, if you're just out for a recreational run, then go with a run club or with a more experienced runner. Someone should have an idea of the route, and if you pre-plan, you're much less likely to get lost. So often when I tell people that I'm a runner, the comeback is something like, the only way I'm running is if something is chasing me. Well, something very well might chase you. And if that's a fear of yours, here too, it will take some pre-planning to make sure that you are in a safe location where things like bears, predators, even zombies are least likely to be in that same area. Of course, another way to be sure that you are running safely is to always run with someone else. Thank you, new runners, for hanging out with me today. I hope you won't let fear hold you back from joining this great community. You'll find that the running community is a welcoming space. Hope everyone gets a chance to get out there and run with joy today. I'm Coach Carrie with Beach to Peak Running.